What's one item you didn't realize was expensive until you became an adult? Taking the whole family out to dinner. Man, that shit adds up. Insurance. Maybe not an item per SE, but you pay some sum of money, premium, each month to cover only a certain amount of money, whatever your coverage is, up until a threshold of another amount of money, deductible, to prevent total destruction in the case of catastrophe. I get it. That's what insurance is. But holy shit is it expensive. I was going to say this. When you add up health, eye, dental, life, flood, home awareness, and car insurance, it really takes up a lot of your monthly bills. A mattress. It's an expensive game trying to find one that is good for your back. Rugs. Even smaller area rugs are like hundreds of dollars. Daycare. It's like having a second mortgage payment. Do you know how expensive dirt is? The stuff you used to roll around in, make mud balls with, and kick at your neighbor's fence. Why the fuck is topsoil so expensive? I mean, I know why, but fuck. It's all the nitrates and plant health shit they add into it. For my garden, I just go buy about $10 worth of worms and just dump them into my garden area. It's separated from the actual yard with a black liner, and it runs deep. The worms do all the work, and add nitrates and the other healthy stuff, and then at the end of the week, I do the planting. Boom. No need for $10 bags of topsoil and my garden flourishes. I tried this, and they just melted in the sun, and got swarmed by ants. Next time, don't use gummy worms. Nuts. Especially almonds. Who knew that a little tub of unseasoned almonds are nearly $20? Wait till you know about pistachios. Having a pet. Neuter. $150. Shots. $100. Food per month. $40. Emergency dental surgery for a broken canine. $2,000. Asshole cat knocking over my plants in the middle of the night. Priceless. Kitty is expensive, but the non-material gains having her gives me in happiness and companionship are very much worth the cost. Oh absolutely, I love waking up to his cuddles. Her headbutts and meowing for food. Furniture. I can't believe it. Oh, I could use a new couch. How much could they be? Fabric sectional, non-reclining. $1,700 starting price. Good lord. It's wooden padding. I have never bought furniture. Everything has been hand-me-downs. Now I'm starting to have back issues. I slept at my mom's the other day in her bed while she was out of town. No back pain. I'm 26 and realizing my bed is the issue and I'm actually going to have to spend money on one. I'm dreading it. Buy a good bed and never look back. Don't second guess it. A good sleep is 100% worth it. I'd also suggest a good pillow. Lego. Fuck, that is some expensive shit. It's an investment. Cheese. No wonder Wisconsin is so proud of their cheese production. Its economic impact on the state is billions. I see food going around a lot, but I would say eating out. I find myself at times saying, hey, I want to eat out tonight, but then tell myself there is food at home. I now understand my parents. Pure vanilla extract. I think the 473ml bottle of Kirkland brand at Costco was $42 a couple weeks ago. WTF. Semicolon. Find this link in the video description. Find this link in the video description. Close bracket. To be fair, that's a ton of vanilla, unless you're going to drink it straight. Most recipes I've seen only call for between 5 ml and 15 ml. Pretty much anything involved in car maintenance. 2 things you can do to reduce this expense. Do some of it yourself. Oil changes are pretty easy, and don't buy a fucking jar of sandcrawler to commute in. But how am I supposed to find the droids I'm looking for? I've never been a smoker, so never really know or care how much cigarettes costs. But a few weekends ago we spent a few days with a couple and the wife smokes. I was very surprised to find it. He spends nearly $10 per pack of cigarettes. About a pack a day. Just the expense alone would make me want to quit. $40 now in Australia. Licking toads is free. Cheese. My first year out of college I lived in Germany and I ate so much cheese. Grab a wheel of brie at the market for like €1 and I'm all good. Then I come back to the States and I'm flabbergasted by how much anything besides super processed sliced cheese costs. That same wheel of brie can cost me like $7 US. Any kind of decent cheese costs so much money and is so good. Ugh, yes, good cheese. My mom only bought crap like Kraft singles growing up. I was always asking for real cheese. It wasn't until I got to college that I could start buying it for myself. Brie, goat cheese, Gruyere, and some good sharp cheddar will always have a place in my fridge. Braziers. It's worse when you're bigger than a DDD cup in your band size. Only specialty stores have them. Also, you have to wait for the sale, or you're paying $70 per. Razor blades. Sam's and Costco sell them in bulk, which can lower the price. But my dad won't use Harry's or Dollar Shave Club, since he thinks those blades are inferior to Gillette. Get a safety razor. Blades are 10, 15C. Health insurance. And healthcare after already paying for health insurance. Alcohol. You see the stereotype of a hobo with his bottle of whiskey or whatever, and assume literally anyone could buy that shit with the most nothing of funds. It costs a bit more than I thought it would. Glasses. Try Zenni Optical. They do prescription lenses for as little as $20. Bulk candy for Halloween, and then resisting the temptation to eat it. To get a little philosophical, time. Time is by far the most valuable thing in my life in my 30s. I have reached the point at which I will trade money for more time. And while it's not cheap, it's more than worthwhile. Absolutely. Get a maid service, lawn service, a bidet, house painters, etc. Whatever saves you time on something you don't enjoy doing. Toilet paper. I second this. Quality toilet paper is almost the equivalent of wiping your own ass with dollar bills. Advil, or any OTC medication in general. When I run out of Advil and tampons at the same time, forget it. Ibuprofen or similar painkillers aren't bad, but damn allergy pills are expensive. Even the CVS brand gets expensive when you need a Zyrtec daily because you live in ragweed hell. Honestly, it's the usables of running a household. As a kid you think PP and paper towel and tissues and other such hygiene items are just silly paper. How much could it be? And each individual purchase isn't bad. It's how much you use, and the annual cost that ends up being hundreds of dollars. But it's well worth it. I always buy the best, more expensive paper towel for example. I use them a lot for cleaning or washing my hands. And I prefer PT that actually cleans a mess with one section. Or how it actually captures water off my hand. The cheaper shit that degrades and turns to pulp is useless. Same with TP. I'm not dealing with half-ply nonsense that falls apart in hand or scrapes me raw. I'll pay the extra expense to enjoy a better quality of life. Serious question. Why not use rags instead of paper towels? I have kitchen rags that I use exclusively for cleaning the sink, counters, stove, and spills respectively. I throw them in the wash, pull out of some clean ones, and store the fresh laundered ones. Kids Acker 18-year financial commitment that can grow to 30 years now. It's almost as though throughout history humans have operated in large family groups where the collective health of the family was optimized for, and people took care and supported, financially, emotionally, and spiritually, offspring as long as they were alive. And the get out once you're 18 model is a product of twisted modern perceptions of family. Seriously, why do people have kids if they are just going to turn around and make them feel like they are not wanted? Seriously, this is such a foreign concept to me. I'm in college, over 18, and my parents still support me because their parents supported them. But my girlfriend's parents cut her and her siblings off partially as soon as they moved out. Like, your kids don't stop being your kids when they move out or turn 18. Sounds like they see caring for them as a legal obligation. Also probably some twisted no one helped me when I was young. It's moral to support yourself, so I'm really doing this for you. Gasoline. Cost of owning a home. The costs of not owning a home. I'm lucky in that I will actually be able to someday afford a home in whatever non-SF/NEC I end up living in. But I'll be about 40 to 45 when that happens. So it's going to be a long time before I'm building any equity. Also means whatever home I do buy needs to be the home I want to retire in. Because it'll be a race to pay it off by 65. glass eyeballs. As a child I was really big into taxidermy, but thought it was hilarious to put human glass eyes on the animals. I'd spend weekends roaming the country roads looking for any roadkill I could find. I started by stealing my uncle's glass eyes, but he caught me, and I got in trouble. My parents, being the supportive caring individuals they are, started buying me glass eyeballs for every gift giving event. I'd get them for my birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I'd even find them in my Easter eggs. By the time my parents disappeared, when I was 16 I had quite the collection saved up. It was a rude awakening when this year my stash ran out, and I had to start buying them myself. They're so expensive, and I'm so grateful for my parents to have bought them for me for all of those years. This feels like a reference to what IDK